Welcome back, guys. The US government is working on a bill right now that could greatly affect all of the altcoins involved in DeFi, except for Kaspa. We'll explain in details right after issuing this challenge to Steven is crypto and any of the Kaspa bears out there. We say, show us your short trades, as I will show you reloading my bag of Kaspa as of Tuesday, briefly after issuing this warning. 72 hours holds so much sway over the Kaspa chart. And yes, we are leading to the bullish side that Kaspa was going to have a major defining move this week. We say to you, where were you, Steven, on August 14th?
August 14th, shorting altcoins is the date we're waiting for on this channel.
We're not claiming to be Nostradamus with these spooky next level callouts. We have a system that uses origin trend lines and x-axis Fibonacci pitches. We're going to get all the new viewers up to speed on what these are while we take the regular crew on a projection past the all-time high coming in the next 45 to 60 days as the candle starts to move forward. Congress has been making a new bill, which is going to cause every DeFi platform to require KYC. This means all those dApps that you can connect to via MetaMask, Beefy Finance, for example, for those of you who have never heard of DeFi and how to make money on that, this is something that we're interested in getting into later. These are great for hodlers to earn an additional APY on your coins. You are the market makers. So you just put $1,000 worth of Crow, $1,000 worth of AVAX up, and every time somebody swaps that pair, you get a percentage of that action. Great for hodlers who want to really lock in a long-term position. All of these type of dApps are going to require KYC. You're going to need to have a license and authentication to use this anywhere inside of the USA. Now, this is where Kaspa comes into play because everyone subscribing to this channel already knows Kaspa is primarily an overseas token. We can see they just had all of these deals and team ups with like Change Now, Payment Now, dApps. What these guys are creating is the first layer of platforms so they can start to create more cell phone payment dApps. Those of you guys have been checking out the Kaspa newsfeed on their homepage, you've probably been noticing a lot of actions taking place in Africa. The reason being, you can drive for half a day in Africa and not get to a bank or ATM. Commerce as a whole is done 100% via cell phone. And this is extremely common all over Eastern Europe, China, all over the world really, except for the United States. So Americans don't really understand this concept. Everyone who's an investor in Kaspa should realize that the end game for the coin is an app on your cell phone that you can pay for food with at your local 7-Eleven or McDonald's. We can bring up some stats on Google for how big the mobile pay market is overseas. In 2022, it was a $2 trillion market. By 2030, it's looking like a $12 trillion market cap just on mobile pay apps. We were able to predict that a defining move was going to happen on the chart early this week, based on the fact that there's two intersecting origin trend lines. Of course, Kaspa is a chart that hasn't experienced a previous bull run. So finding origin trend lines will be easier on other altcoins. And we have examples of those coming up to help us get a future projection on Kaspa. To bring us back to these origin trend lines on the Kaspa chart, you notice this rising gray trend line right here? when we clone this and move it into this symmetrical triangle that Kaspa was forming back here in April and May, we can notice that the candle respects this trend line very much. Now, as soon as we broke from that symmetrical triangle pattern, there was a very clear downward trend line that we found. We were able to set up our Fibonacci pitch once we had enough peaks formed from this descending trend line, and we got this beautiful x-axis Fibonacci pitch, which helped us find a buy spot for Kaspa right here on July 6th. Now, we didn't buy at that exact dip. We waited for the candle to leave the gravitational pull of this x-axis Fibonacci, and we started buying right here at 24 halfpennies. So bringing that exact technique into this x-axis Fibonacci, Kaspa was falling down and it was trapped inside that trend line's gravitational pull. And we knew while these two were intersecting, one of them was going to have to give out and the more dominant trend line would take control of the candle. And it was all coming down to this week. And guess what? The bullish one took over the candle and it drove it all the way above this trend line right here, which is, as we can see, the top of the candles off the April peak, wicks not included. That's a very significant and bullish trend line to be above. That's at 0.385 halfpennies. Moving into the forward projections for the Kaspa chart, once this handle finishes filling out, we'll then get our breakout. And as we went over in yesterday's video, this could go as high as the bottom of this blue trend line right here, putting us around 85 halfpennies, which was the previous peak that we had tested on this exact trend line back here in April. There's, of course, our lesser peaks all the way down from 8.5. Now, here's the scenario. After we reach our peak, we want to be mindful that eventually, possibly here in December or February, this rising trend line in the gray will eventually give out for Kaspa. Now I'm going to jump you over to Solana where we have the exact same pattern set up.
This is Black Tiger Miner coming back at you with another video. And I just wanted to get this challenge out where Jesse AI was
Issuing this challenge to Steven is crypto.
So this is Black Tiger Miner coming back at you with another video on this Friday Eve, which is Thursday. Jesse AI is challenging Steven is crypto. So I wanted to get this out and help spread the word. Let me know in the video comments what you think about this. I don't particularly like this YouTuber. I'm not fudding or giving any hate, but some of his comments don't really make sense. And there's always the truth about Kaspa, or what do you need to know about Kaspa, or Kaspa's going to lose you a lot of money. There's a lot of negativity in his videos. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. And let me know what you guys think. And also have another video real quick I was going to play. And it is Crypto Chris talking about the new exchange listing. Let me play this real quick. It's a short video.
Did here a prime vote, and they cooperate in that vote Kaspa, and we have got all the other altcoins here which are not even comparable with Kaspa. It's too funny, and to be honest with you, it pissed me a little bit off how you can compare Kaspa with all of these uh, coins. Okay, I don't know if it's these scam coins or they got some utility, but you cannot compare Kaspa with these coins and actually in a vote. Okay, and as you can clearly see, I wrote here a tweet like Kaspa doesn't even need a vote. Sooner or later, with or without a vote, you will end up listing it into your exchange because Kaspa has no competition. So, as a recommendation, I would say to put it now because if you leave it later, you will regret it. Mark my words. And I said that because, guys, Kaspa is heading in the top 3 coins. I believe it's going to flip Ethereum, not in 2025, but in the future. So, if you don't do it now, you're gonna lose. Okay, you won't be profitable if you won't actually invest in Kaspa and let the people buy Kaspa from your exchange. And that was going obviously into the hobby. And I believe that this type of votes are ridiculous. um, I'm not gonna actually go there and vote Kaspa. I don't care personally. They're gonna end up listing it no matter if we're gonna lose the vote or if we're gonna win the vote. Here says fight for one seat to list on hobby. Sorry, hobby, but we don't look to fight for these things because you're gonna list it at the end of the day. And I suggest you to list it in 2023 rather than 2024 or 2025 because the train will
This
go
video was
at
also
that
about
time.
hobby
That
listing Kaspa. So I wanted to get that out for another possible exchange listing, which will probably push the price up even more. And this is the second video for today. So I wanted to look at the current 4-hour chart, and looks like we are back in the 3.9 range. Thought we would hit 4 at some point, but we're still building volume. Looks like we had another MACD crossing coming up. So let's check the RSI indicator real quick. As you can see, the RSI is up. So it looks like there's definitely strength and movement in the market currently. And let's check that for the day. Yeah, definitely some volume pumping here in the RSI. So we'll go back to the MACD indicator for the day. Let's see. Which is the moving average. And we did have a cross in the day. So let's check that 4-hour chart. So we're waiting to see what happens here. But let me know what you think in the comments. Remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. And just checking the price real quick here. Checking the bubble. Still at 0.039, so it's close. So it's trying to catch that 0.04, or when we cross back over the 4, which means we're only 1 cent away from the all-time high. But this is Black Tiger Miner signing out. Finish this video, try to get another video out tomorrow, or might crank another video out today. But have a good rest of the day, and remember, Kaspa, 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 and let's get back to the money, guys.